Oh man, not my girl Hera.
NERDSoul.
Late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we coming with another wonderful episode of, that's right, thumbnails. And it's holiday time. We're gonna set everything aside because we have all caught up with, of course, Star Wars Rebels. And there's really no better time to talk about Star Wars than holiday time. You know, you got your family, your friends together, and there's nothing better than to talk about the greatest story ever told. And in this case, we're gonna get into the most current season and final season of Star Wars Rebels, how I feel about it, where we're at. You know, the first half of the season has been given to us. We are fast approaching the end of our Rebels, known as Hera, Sabine, Zeb, Kanan, Ezra, and your boy Chopper. So how am I feeling? How are you feeling? How do you think this final season is playing out? Is it playing out the way that you thought it would from the season 4 trailers that we got? Because I'm not so sure. See, when we first saw the trailers, I was like, yo, man, this is gonna be doom and gloom and just crazy ratcheted up terror and action. But I feel like we haven't exactly got what we've been sold. Now, that's very, very normal when it comes to Star Wars Rebels trailers. You know how they get down. But one thing I do like about this season is we're further, I guess, characterizing the Empire and the Rebels surrounding Lothal. And we're creating a very important and a key distinction about what Lothal means and how important it is to the fight between the Empire and the Rebels. I do like that. I do like finding out that where we're starting is where we're going to end. It's become a circle for these Rebels, for this Empire, in a fight around this very, very nondescript planet that most people would be like, it's just Lothal. But I do like the way it means so much to Ezra and how it's been able to come into play throughout this series as kind of like one of the home bases of the rebellion. I also like that Thrawn and Price are back in the season. Now I do, even though I love seeing Thrawn anytime, and I love Price too, I see how they've kind of pulled them back because I guess they had to, because, you know, Thrawn is too dope to kind of have in the series up front, because you would have to either A, have the Rebels be extremely dope and it'd be like, well, why didn't they win the war already? Or you would have to make Thrawn extremely dumb, and that contradicts everything that you've written about the character up until now. And for better or for worse, in my case, worse, we've seen less of Thrawn, you know, out front and more of in a managerial capacity. And Thrawn, I feel, is in ways kind of wasted on this show, but we do have the novels. And I do like seeing him and seeing how he's kind of like always outthinking the other Empire, you know, generals or captains or whatever it is. You know, he's always there on point and he knows exactly what's going on if only people would just do what he said. But another thing that I think about, that is dope about this season has been the overlying theme in the rebellion between Mon Mothma and Saw Gerrera. Because even though we only touched on it for like 2 seconds, we still have that feel of how far is too far and how should we rebel and when is it time to fight and what should we fight for and how dirty should we fight, if at all. And I like seeing that. I like seeing that brought out and talked about over and over again in this series. I think it means a lot. And it's pretty cool to see them dealing with that, at least in a surface level way. Now, I'd be remiss if I did not mention, of course, Star Wars, the account themselves, like my tweet that said, Kanan Mac game strong, son, and he got that kiss. Took forever, but he did get a kiss from your girl Hera. I love them as a duo. If you know me by now, you know my rebels is Hera, Sabine, and Kanan. The rest of them, we could do without. And then when it comes to those three characters, we've gotten a large amount of character development. I mean, Hera against the assassin, homegirl was getting some ill fighting skills in that we haven't seen from her in a while, or maybe not ever. Also with Kanan connecting with the Loth Wolves, I really like seeing him getting a deeper connection to the Force. And of course, with your girl Sabine, the whole situation with Mandalore, with her father, with passing on the torch, or the black saber, if you will, it really helped build them, made me care about them more. Unfortunately, this season hasn't done a good job of making me care about Chopper, Ezra, or Zeb anymore. But those three, I've really enjoyed. Ezra has still been that kind of comedic character, and I just can't get into him. But before I jump off of this, I do want to get into the Loth Wolves, also the Loth Cats, where we see not only the planet, but it seems like the beings of the planet are responding well to Ezra and his connection to that. I think that's something really cool that we could miss if we blinked. But I do think that the Loth Wolves provide kind of this connection to the Force that is ethereal, that is can't be explained. And I love that about the Force. And I thank the season and the series for doing that. Now, there's way more that I'm gonna get into about this season that I've been enjoying, some gripes that I've had with it. But of course, before we move on, KURO Brand gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, that dope streetwear straight from KUROBrand.com. The link is down below. Now let's get into the Jedi arts, the Force, the usage of the Force, which I think has taken a serious backseat in this season because we've seen a lot of lightsaber play. Ezra stepped up his skills. Kanan's been killing it with the lightsabers. But what I think that haven't used enough of is the actual Force, like Force pushes, Force pulls, taking away guns or stopping, blasters or, whatever. I think there's a large opportunity being missed for using the Force in ways like that. And I don't know if you feel like I feel, but I would really love to see the Force used in more imaginative ways. I mean, especially when it comes to animation where you can do just about anything. I feel like they're really dropping the ball on doing cool things with the Force, whether in just normal life or in fights, whether you're in a cockpit or whether you're on you got your ground game going on. I would love to see the Force being used in I guess more instances than it is now. But I'd also like to talk about the assault on Lothal as a whole, where I think this is a dope scene, but also another missed opportunity because I feel like Hera, I know she's in an X-Wing and she killed it in an X-Wing. The way she took out the TIE Defender was amazing. But I was hoping that we would get to see Hera in the B-Wing again. The B-Wing is such a unique vessel. And I really wanted to see her in a B-Wing just kicking butt and taking names. Now I know at the time it was a prototype, device. And, I don't know if it went into production. Well, we kind of know from the future that there were more B-Wings made. But I would really like to see her having her own B-Wing, whenever she's not in the Ghost, and really just leading the charge and killing it because she destroyed cats when she was piloting that thing. So I do like the assault on Lothal when it comes to the blockade that Thrawn had, but I would have really loved to see her in a B-Wing. I guess besides that, back with, of course, the assassin, Hera's fight skills were super dope. And something that shined for me in the last couple of episodes up to the, I guess, mid-season finale, when Hera got caught, is just whenever I watch this show, the sound. you know, the sounds of the Thai scream or whatever, the sounds of this show are always at an apex for me. It always puts me right in the galaxy or in the universe. And that's something that I just love about this show because they get it right. Even in the last season where they were fusing, when they had some of those droidicars and stuff, using the Clone Wars sounds with the, you know, I guess the Empire or I guess the new old sounds, you know, the BBY or whatever sounds, those sounds, it was great to hear those together. And once again, this show really shines when it comes to just incorporating those sounds and even adding in new sounds as far as the score is concerned and stuff like that. But lastly, I'm gonna pose this to you guys. What are you guys getting out of this last season of Rebels? Holla at me, I'm gonna holla at you. Down in the comments, let's talk about it, man. You know I love me some Rebels. I get hard on this sometimes, but I do enjoy it. So before I bounce, I gotta tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos for the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. And don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. And of course, LA, what up? VA, what up? RBA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, yo, Star Wars is back in full force for everybody. Peace.